Start of the game, Brainerd SQ A versus Greenway. Second game of the day for us. Potvin out on center. Marsh and Sweet out on wing. Weezy and Thompson back on D. Thompson angles him off at the red line and skates it in on the left side. The shot goes wide by Thompson. Comes out to the right side boards. Weezy over here on D. Weezy with the puck. Skates up the middle. Backhands it towards the slot. Loose out front. Swept out by Greenway. Out to Thompson. Thompson shot. Nice hard shot. Hits the blocker. Potvin down low in the left corner. Dangles past one player, but then gets tied up. Greenway sends it up along the wall. Stopped short by Thompson. Potvin centers it out front to Marsh, but ends up in the right corner. Off his stick. Marsh battling for it. Greenway clears it out up the middle. And Greenway dumps it into the Brainerd zone. Weezy battling for it in the corner. Comes up the wall. Turner Bible gets it out across the blue line and chips it forward into the Greenway zone as it chases after it along with Norris. Greenway sends it up the wall. Stewart there. Out to McDonald. McDonald's shot tipped wide. Norris in after it. It gets knocked down as it gets tied up. And Greenway grabs it, but will stop. Puck comes across the slot for Bible. Bible shot tipped off to the corner. Norris picks it up. And it's cleared out by Greenway and all the way down ice. That should be an icing on Greenway. Face-off in the Greenway zone. Potvin on the face-off. Puck wraps around behind the net. Out to Thompson. Thompson sends it down low to Dahlheimer. It's intercepted by Greenway. Potvin makes it over to intercept. Greenway trying to get out of their zone. Chip up along the near side boards through the neutral zone. Thompson races after him. Poke check by Thompson. Disrupts the pass. Dahlheimer in after it in the corner. Pops out. Dahlheimer chips at it. Dahlheimer gets it across the neutral zone towards Henson, but Henson not able to get a stick on it. It's dumped in deep in the Greenway zone by Weezy. Dahlheimer after it in the corner. Greenway spins off of him and sends it out to center ice. Greenway in the Brainerd zone on the right side. Shot hits the post. Rebound picked up by Greenway. Spinning off of Weezy. Centering pass tied up out front by Paskey. Potvin tries to clear it out, but Greenway dumps it in deep again. Paskey battling for it in the corner. Paskey sends it up the near side wall, but Greenway dumps it back in. The wall again, dumped back in by Greenway. Potvin with it, skates it out through the neutral zone into the Greenway zone as he's angled off the puck. Greenway heads back the other way. We have McDonald back along with Paskey. McDonald with defense. Might able to get a shot or a pass off. Puck pops out to Stewart. Stewart centers it to Marsh. Marsh skates it in across the blue line, but he gets cut short. Norris steals it away, and Marsh gets a shot off, but it's covered for a whistle. Stewart on the face-off in the Greenway zone. Greenway comes away with it. Tied up by Stewart on the wall, out to the point. McDonald spins, dumps it in, but Greenway tosses it back out. Thompson picks it up in the neutral zone, heads in. Thompson still with the puck in across the blue line on the right side. Gets it down in the corner. Loses an edge, picked up by Stewart. Stewart centers it. It's intercepted, and Greenway heads out. McDonald's back to defend. Burn past McDonald and Stewart. Shot. Hits the side of the net. Greenway out to their left D. Back down to their left wing. Up to the guy up top. Right D. Shot from high slot. Goes wide. Rebound loose in the right wing circle. Trickles into the crease covered by Quentin Terrell for a whistle. Potman on the face-off, wins it in the Brainerd zone all the way out to neutral zone. Norris chases after, but Greenway dumps it in. Easy in the left corner in the Brainerd zone, sends it up the wall. The Bible, but Greenway dumps it on net, saved by Churl. Easy back the other way now to Norris. Norris pops it out to Potman. Potman sends it down ice, but he's not across the red line, so it's an icing on Brainerd. Come back to the Brainerd zone for a face-off. Potman on the face-off. Greenway out to the right D. Dumps it along the right wall. Picked up by Potman. Backhands it out to Norris. Norris into the neutral zone. Up the left side. Passes across ice to Bible. Bible shot just over the net. Nice look by Norris. Get that over the Bible. Up the far wall. Greenway clears it out. In through the neutral zone. They lose it as they cross the blue line. And it's sent up the far side. Thompson in on the left. Shot wide, comes up the right side, and Greenway grabs it and skates it out. Tip it forward, all the way down to the Brainerd zone on the left side. Norris ties him up, sends it over to the right side, picked up by Weezy. Weezy with it, passes it forward to Stewart, but it's intercepted. And Greenway heads back in. Paskey hustles forward. Nice poke check by Paskey. Shot by Greenway over the net. Easy. Poke check. Steals the puck away into the left corner. Henson. Greenway steals it. Shot again wide. Dahlheimer. Poked off his stick. Paskey gives it a shot and skates it on out. Paskey down ice through the neutral zone up the middle. Into the right corner. Centering pass to Dahlheimer. Dahlheimer tries to get it to Henson, but it's swept away by Greenway. And they pass it up the right side and chip it out into the neutral zone. Paskey gets a stick on it, and it's swept towards the Brainerd goal and covered by Quentin Churl for a whistle. Potman on the face-off. In the zone. Puck bouncing around in the zone. Comes up in the left corner. Easy after it. Along with Potman and Sweet. Thompson goes after it. Sends it up the wall. It's kept in by Greenway. They dump it back in deep. Centering pass. Shot and scored just over the head of Quentin Churl as he goes down to a knee. Greenway on the board first. Stewart on the face-off. Bible and Norris on wing. Stewart gets it across the blue line. Norris pokes at it, but Greenway pokes it out into the neutral zone. Puck center ice. Swept Paskey on low. Paskey to Norris. Norris not able to get a stick on it. And Greenway pokes it into the Brainerd zone. Paskey carries it out. Loose along the far wall in the neutral zone. Pass to Stewart down the middle. Stewart shot hits a shin pad, deflects into the left corner. Norris there. Bible after it. Greenway comes away with it. Out of zone. Greenway into the Brainerd zone. Shot from center zone hits a shin pad, ends up in the far corner. Centering pass by Greenway. Nobody there. It's picked up and carried out to neutral zone by McDonald. Greenway heads back into the Brainerd zone on the right side. Angled wide by Paskey. Norris. Greenway still dancing around with a puck on the right side of the Brainerd zone. Ends up on the wall. Norris chips it out. Stewart not able to get a stick on it. Norris knocks down a player, but no penalty coming. Greenway dumps it in deep. McDonald down low. Sends it up the wall to Bible. Bible chips it forward, but not able to get it out of zone. Greenway comes away with a low left circle. Shot and rebound. Or stopped by Churl for a whistle. Potvin on the face-off in the Brainerd zone. Up to Henson. Henson pokes it forward out of his reach. Greenway dumps it in. Thompson picks it up, skates it out. Greenway swats it back deep into the Brainerd zone. Wheezy back, pick it up. Up the left side wall to Henson, but it hits traffic. Doesn't make it to him, and Greenway gets it down low again. Potvin picks it up behind the Brainerd net, sends it up the right wall. Greenway sends it down deep in the right corner. Out to their D at the point. He's not able to keep it in. Greenway has to reset as they circle the neutral zone. Into the Brainerd zone on the left side. Angled off the puck. And Potvin picks it up in the corner and skates it behind the Brainerd net. Potvin looking for Henson. Potvin down ice over to Henson. Off of his stick into the Greenway zone. Greenway picks it up and skates it on out. Greenway up the middle. Thompson's back to defend. Greenway fans on it. Ends up in the left corner. Centering pass intercepted by Dahlheimer. Tip to Stewart. Stewart up the middle. Falls and has to sweep it into zone where Greenway picks it up and skates it out. Greenway chips it down into the Brainerd zone. McDonald after it. McDonald behind the Brainerd net. Tries to send it up the wall. It hits a shin pad. Bounces out to center zone. Stewart now, center ice, up the middle. Sweet, tagging along on the right side. Centering pass by Stewart. Nobody got their stick on it. And Greenway, 2-on-1 versus McDonald. Greenway up the left side. McDonald diving. Nice save by Churl. Puck out to the left side. Stewart sends it down to Henson. Or no, to Stewart. Sorry, Sweet to Stewart. Sweet with it. Down low, puts it up high. Marsh picks it up, shot from the left wing circle, goes wide into the corner. Stewart and Sweet after it. Greenway comes away with it, gets it out across the blue line. Into the Brainerd zone on the right side, angled wide by McDonald. Nice defense by Paskey. Paskey picks up the loose puck in the corner, sends it up the far wall for Marsh. Marsh knocks down a player. Paskey battling in the corner again. It pops out. Potvin behind the net with the puck. Potvin cuts up the middle. Got Sweet on the right side. Sweet catches the pass, but poked off his stick. Greenway heads back into the Brainerd zone. Poke check there. Puck out in neutral zone. Greenway backs into their own zone. Off to the red line now, up the right side. Potvin picks up the loose puck and skates it in. Potvin Bible goes off his stick, picked up by Greenway, and Greenway dumps it down ice. Icing is waved off. Bible after it, sends it behind the net. Wheezy up the boards, tipped by Bible. Stewart picks it up in the Greenway zone. Stewart shot on goal stick, saved by Greenway goalie. Face off in the Greenway zone. Stewart. Greenway comes away with it. 2:07 left in the first period. Greenway circles back into their zone. Pass up the middle. Nobody there. It's going to be an icing on Greenway. But nope, it's waved off. Picked up by Wheezy down low in the Brainerd zone. Over to Thompson in the right corner. Up the wall to Norris. Norris not able to keep it in. Sent back in deep into the Brainerd zone. Picked up by Wheezy. Wheezy down low, sends it up the wall to Norris. It goes off the wall and trickles out into the neutral zone. Stewart racing after it. Tries a little stick lift there, but Greenway able to carry it on out. Greenway up the middle. They try and drop pass, but it's intercepted by Stewart into the right corner. Up the wall to Norris. Norris sends it out to center ice. Bible after it, but Greenway sweeps it to the far side of the neutral zone. And then they dump it in. Thompson in after it. Thompson carrying the puck, picking up some speed, carries it out of the Brainerd zone. Thompson, he's taken down. That's going to be a penalty on Greenway as they check Thompson down. Face off in the Greenway zone. 1 minute left in the period. Brainerd are going to be on the power play for this last minute. Potvin fumbles the puck and Greenway able to carry it on out. Greenway skates down ice in on the left side. Potvin with it. Potvin out of the Brainerd zone, off the right side. Cuts towards the center, it's poked off his stick, and Greenway able to carry it back out of their zone. Greenway dumps it in as Paskey goes back after it. Paskey carries it out of the Brainerd zone, the far side of the neutral zone, loses it, regains it, passes it to Thompson out front. Thompson backhand shot, and then the rebound is tipped in by Luke Paskey. Brainerd on the board, 1-1 with 15 seconds left in the first period. I don't know if I had my mic off there, but Paskey scored that goal. Center face-off, 14 seconds left. Stewart in on the right side, 8 seconds, down low. Sweeps it to the left corner of the Greenway zone. Norris. That's the buzzer, end of the first period. Should be a brief intermission, I believe. Stewart on the face-off and wins it back to Wheezy. Wheezy chips it forward, but Greenway grabs it in the neutral zone and skates down the middle. They're angled wide. Shot. Glove save by Quentin Churl. Off in the Brainerd zone, Potvin. Greenway shot goes wide into the right corner. Dahlheimer and McDonald down there with Potvin. Pops out to the slot, swept wide by Stewart. Sends it up the wall into the neutral zone. Back to Brainerd zone. Paskey chipped up the wall, but Greenway grabs it. They have it down low. Centering pass. Covered by Paskey. Paskey chips it up to Henson into the neutral zone. Henson chips it forward. Henson, one-on-one. Pass to Potvin, and he's poked off his stick. Greenway heads back the other way. Greenway pushed to the left side by Sweet. Into the corner. Potvin tying him up. Shot on goal, stick save by Quentin Churl. Sent up the wall, Henson to Potvin. Potvin chips it forward, races after it. Dahlheimer down there with him. Henson pressuring into the right corner. He loses an edge. Greenway carries it out. And all the way down deep into the Brainerd zone. McDonald there, tie him up. McDonald sends it up the far wall, the Brainerd zone. Stewart pokes it forward, gets it out. To Bible over to Norris, left wing side. Norris in left wing circle, centering pass by Norris, almost tipped in by Greenway. Norris tries a wraparound, almost gets it in. It pops out high over to Thompson, left D, shot on goal, saved and deflected wide into the right corner. Stewart chases after it, back over to Thomas, left D position. His shot's blocked, and Greenway picks up the loose puck, skates it on out. Thompson has to race back. And saved by Quentin Churl as two Greenway forwards get past our defense. Great goaltending by Quentin Churl. Stewart on the face-off brings it to the far boards. Out to Norris. Norris dangles it out into the neutral zone. Keeps pushing it forward. Stolen away. Bible now on far wall. The neutral zone up to Norris. Norris in it. Up the middle. Shot. Save. Loose puck swept away by the Greenway defender into the left corner. And then pop it all the way out. Wheezy back. Nice defense by Wheezy with a nice poke check. Stewart able to sweep it back out to the neutral zone. Bible in the far wall of the neutral zone. Pushes down a player. Picked up by Sweet, who dumps it on net. Stewart down low after the puck. Picked up by Sweet, who loses off his stick to the left wall of the Greenway zone. Greenway backhands it out. Paskey able to intercept it. Paskey pass to Stewart. Bounces off his stick into the right corner. He sends it up the wall to the D, but Greenway there to intercept it and get it out across the blue line. Greenway dumps it into the Brainerd zone. Sweet chases after it. Sweet down low, sends it behind the net to Paskey. Paskey sends it back, but nobody there. McDonald races over for it. Potvin in to rescue. Potvin comes away with it, skates it behind the Brainerd net. Sends it up the middle of the zone. It pops out to the right D. He steps forward. Shot goes wide into the right corner. Sweet battling in the right corner again. Up the wall. Paskey in the right corner. Up the wall to Sweet. The Greenway defenseman spins off the Sweet and heads towards the net. Angled wide. Centering pass. They try to spin and shoot. Good defense. And puck still loose, but it's whistled dead as the ref couldn't see it. Stewart on the face-off. Henson and Dahlheimer wing. Thompson. And I'm sure who the other person is there. Wheezy on deep. Puck down in the Brainerd zone. Wheezy over to Thompson. Thompson not able to get a stick on it. Greenway dumps it back into the right corner. Thompson steals it away. Poked off his stick. Stewart and Thompson battling. Puck pops out front, but swept away by Wheezy. Dahlheimer comes away with it. Poked off his stick at center ice. And Greenway heads back into the Brainerd zone. And they're offsides. Score is 1-1. Shots on goal are 10 for Brainerd, 13 for Greenway so far. We got 10 minutes left in the second period. Puck down in the Greenway zone. Greenway controlling. Pop it out to neutral zone. He's puck picked up by Norris. Tumbles out of his reach. Greenway sends it up the near boards. Kept in by Paskey. Norris with it. Left wing circle. Centering pass. Oh, nice pass there out front. Out to Paskey. Paskey shoots. It goes high and wide. Hodgson, left wing circle shot on goal, blocker save, a Greenway goalie. Norris with it down low, it poked off his stick. Greenway chips it out to through the neutral zone, and McDonald back to pick it up. McDonald into the neutral zone to Marsh. Stewart waiting for Marsh to get out of zone. Stewart shot from just inside the blue line on goal, almost bounced into the goal there. Puck down behind the Greenway net. Greenway controlling it. Up the far wall. They fan on it. Stolen away by Marsh, but then he makes it poke it on out. Paskey has to race back forward into the Brainerd zone. Sends it across the zone to McDonald. McDonald skates it out of the Brainerd zone, centering pass to Marsh. It bounces off his stick and deep into the Greenway zone. Greenway sends it behind their own net into the left corner. Up the middle of the zone and out. Greenway poke check by McDonald, disrupts him. Greenway decides to dump it all the way in as they go off for a line change. McDonald races after it on the left wall. Gets it out to neutral zone, but Greenway trickles it back in on the left side. Thompson shoots it off the wall for Stewart. Stewart in the neutral zone along with Marsh. 2-on-2, poked off Stewart's stick as he crosses the blue line. Greenway heads back the other way. Greenway sends it down deep into the Brainerd zone. Thompson up the wall, picked up by Stewart. Stewart has Marsh down low in the neutral zone, but it's intercepted. Greenway skates it in. Stewart picks up the loose puck just inside the Brainerd blue line and gets it out to the red line. Puck on the wall, picked up by Stewart. Stewart in on the left side, skates it down low. Circling. Stewart sends it up front. Oh, Marsh had a nice shot there, but he's checked down. That's going to be a penalty on Greenway for that check on Marsh. Power play, Potvin on the face-off. 7:48 left in the second. Centering pass to Stewart. His shot hits a skate, and Greenway skates it out. And tripping coming up on Stewart as his stick got tangled in a Greenway player's skate. Did not look intentional at all, but that kills the Brainerd power play. They're doing 2-minute penalties in this game. Greenway will have a 14-second power play. Face off in the Brainerd zone. Potvin chips it forward. Greenway keeps it in. Puck on the right wing wall. Greenway comes away with it. Circles towards the net. Poke check by Potvin. Paskey. Paskey still chasing after him. Greenway heads towards the net and dump it down low and up the far wall. Down low, back to their left D. Norris with a block. Paskey picks up the loose puck up to Norris. Norris chips it up the wall, but it's kept in by Greenway. They send it back deep. Goes up over the glass for a whistle. Henson on the face-off. Dahlheimer on wing. Henson wins the puck, drops it to Wheezy. Wheezy sends it out to the point. Greenway with it. They dump it back deep. Wheezy again down low. Deeks around a player. Another Deke. Wheezy still with the puck. Up to Dahlheimer in the neutral zone. Dahlheimer poke checked off his stick at the red line. He steals it back. Wheezy gets it across the blue line into the Greenway zone. Loose puck. Greenway chips it out. Greenway players stolen away from by Thompson. Thompson circles the neutral zone and heads back in. Henson's offsides. Fortunately. Potker on the face-off, he wins it back. McDonald chips it into the Greenway zone. Marsh getting a stick on it. Tries to dump it in deeper, but Greenway clears it all the way out through the neutral zone. Basketball. Oh, really? Okay. It's a blue bag. Blue Pacific Rim bag, whatever they're called. Thank you. Puck in the Brainerd zone, loose in the slot, swept out by Paskey into the right corner. Picked up by Potvin down low. Greenway giving some trouble. Potvin still with the puck, out to Marsh. And nobody gets a stick on it. It ends up all the way down ice. Oh, it's tipped by the goalie, no icing. 5 minutes left in the second period. Greenway into the Brainerd zone. Thompson picks up the puck after a nice poke check, and he's getting tied up. It moves it forward into the neutral zone, but Greenway grabs it just inside their zone. Poke check by Stewart, and Greenway clears it out and all the way down ice. That's going to be icing on Greenway. Potvin on the face-off. Puck pops out to McDonald, or to Wheezy. Gets tied up on the blue line, but still keeping it in. Manages to dump it in deep. Norris down low to Potvin behind the net. Potvin pops it out. Wheezy gets a stick on it, but loose puck picked up by Bible, stolen away, and Greenway gets it out to neutral zone. Brainerd offside as they re-enter the Greenway zone. Face off in the neutral zone. Pops into the Greenway zone. Norris in after it. Popping. Paskey tried to tie it up, but it pops down into the Brainerd zone. McDonald with it. Sends it to the far side of the neutral zone for Bible. Bounces off the wall. Potvin skates it in on the right side to Norris. Up the middle. And puck trickles on net. Hi. Thank you. Out to Paskey at the lefty. Deeks around the defender up the middle. Shot on goal. Nice effort there by Paskey. Good shot. Greenway saved, and they skated on out to neutral zone. Greenway chips it in from the left side, down deep in the Brainerd zone. Paskey in after it. Paskey picks up the puck. Tries to chip it up along the wall. He's got 3 men on him. Comes out to high slot, picked up by Bible over to Norris. Norris picks it up in the neutral zone, gets it across the blue line, but it gets tied up, and Greenway heads back the other way. Poke check by Thompson. And Greenway's offsides. Face off outside the Brainerd zone. Stewart. Greenway wins it. And turn on the right side. Cut short by Thompson. Tied up on the wall. Greenway. Sweet. Tips it out to Stewart. Stewart to Marsh. Marsh got a lead here. He's tripped up. That's going to be... Should be a... Yes. Penalty shot coming up for Marsh as he gets tripped. Breakaway. There goes Marsh. Backhand, the goalie saw it. .2:58 left in the second period. Score still 1-1. Pops out to the point. Thompson battling 2 Greenway players. Greenway manages to get it down ice. No shot. Easy with it down low. Easy. Poked off his stick. Easy chips it out to neutral zone to the Greenway player. And they have to reset. Tip it in on the left side. Picked up by Stewart. Stewart heads on out. Marsh is out down low. Greenway heads back the other way, 2-on-2. They cut over to the right side, angled wide by Thompson. Not able to do anything with the puck. Greenway from down low on the right wing circle, hits the side of the net. Thompson picks up the loose puck. Up to Stewart, center ice. Stewart tries to pass it up to Marsh. Marsh offsides as it's deflected. Potvin on the face-off. Henson tips it forward into the Greenway zone. Dahlheimer dangles a little bit. Center of the zone. Potvin picks it up, drops it to McDonald. McDonald gets tied up a little bit. He dumps it deep into the Greenway zone. Potvin down low. Greenway into the left corner, their own zone. Sends it up the wall. Cut short by McDonald. McDonald heads back in. McDonald, right wing circle. Shot hits the side of the net. Rebound picked up by Greenway, and they head out left side and chip it down into the neutral zone. McDonald's back to pick it up in the Brainerd zone. Sends it up the wall to Henson, out of his reach. Greenway grabs it, forced into their own zone. Back out to neutral zone. McDonald chips it forward. Greenway stops short at the center face-off by Potvin. Paskey in on the left side. Paskey picking up speed, cuts towards the middle. He's tripped. No call. And Greenway comes away with it. Greenway down ice and on the left side. McDonald and Dahlheimer back. With Stewart centering pass by Greenway. Nobody there. Comes out to the right D. They slap it towards the slot, but it hits traffic. Nice block there by Paskey off his shin pads. Ends up in the left corner. Greenway with a down low centering pass intercepted by McDonald. Chips it out to the point. Shot blocked by McDonald. Stewart picks up the loose puck. Cuts out towards the neutral zone over to Dahlheimer. Dahlheimer in on the left side. Shot hits a shin pad, bounces to the right. McDonald slaps at it. Ends up down low. Greenway picks it up, pops it out to their left wing. He skates it on out. There's somebody to help him, but he's all alone. Two players back for Brainerd. Angled wide, shot on goal. Rebound swept out by McDonald, and that's the buzzer for the end of the second period. I believe they'll Zamboni now. Nope, no Zamboni, so just a minute break. Center face-off start of the third period. Tie game 1-1. Shots on goal, 13 for Brainerd, 14 for Greenway. And a pretty even match here. Marsh with it. Neutral zone, tips it forward. Greenway grabs it. Try to spin in the neutral zone. Stick check by Sweet. Pops out to Paskey. Paskey picks up some speed and enters into zone on the left side. Paskey down low. Centering pass. Trickles through the crease. Stewart picks it up on the right side, out to the point for McDonald. McDonald winds up, shoots, blocker save. Sweet down low, it's poked off his stick, and Greenway comes away with it. Greenway heads down ice. Marsh angling him off. Able to jump it in on the right side. McDonald ties him up. Stewart picks up the loose puck in center zone, skates it down ice. Stewart up the middle. Marsh is just offsides. Popped in on the face-off, Bible and Norris out. Thompson and Weezy back on D. Shot on goal right off the face-off, covered by the Greenway goalie for a whistle. Greenway sends the puck out to neutral zone. Thompson to Weezy on the near side. Weezy fumbles the puck, and Greenway a stick on it and pokes it down into the Brainerd zone. Thompson picks it up, sends it over to Norris on the left wing side. Norris across the neutral zone to Bible into the Greenway zone. Bible chases after it in the right corner. Weezy sends it back down deep. Weezy and Bible. Centering pass, Norris. Oh! Great pass there by Wheezy to Norris out front, but it was saved. Then on the face-off, chips it into the Greenway corner off the face-off. And penalty coming up on Norris as he pushes a player down. Stewart on the face-off in the Brainerd zone. Out to Greenway right D. Bad save by Quentin Jurl. Rebound picked up by Thompson and carried out. Thompson puts it on goal. It's covered by the Greenway goalie for a whistle. Stewart out to Sweet. Thompson up the middle, shot wide. And Greenway picks up the loose puck behind their net and tries to break it out. They're tied up at the blue line by Paskey. Paskey keeps it in, chips it down deep, and chases after him along with Henson. They get it out to Stewart at the left D position. It's a skate, and Greenway able to get it out of their zone. Greenway fumbles a little bit in the neutral zone. They dump it into the right side. Stewart down low with it. Stewart gets hooked and has to spin back the other way. Stewart sends it up to the right D spot. Nobody there. Greenway keeps it in. Thompson. Check by Thompson. Stewart with it now. He skates it out across the blue line. Henson trailing. Stewart dumps it in deep. Brainerd goes off for a line change. 1:22 left in the penalty kill for Brainerd. Greenway out to the neutral zone. Wheezy chips it back deeper into the neutral zone. Back out to the red line, and Greenway dumps it in deep in the Brainerd zone. McDonald battling for it down low. Dahlheimer. Spinning shot by Greenway goes wide into the right corner. Out to the point, intercepted by Potvin and Dahlheimer 2-on-1. Potvin over to Dahlheimer. Dahlheimer's shot on goal, saved by Greenway goalie. Face-off in the Greenway zone. Potvin. 43 seconds in the penalty kill for Brainerd. Greenway sends it out to center ice. Wheezy races back for it. Wheezy dumps it back into the neutral zone. Greenway's got to reset. They're offsides. Thompson to Paskey up to Dahlheimer skates it in, tries to pass to Potvin. It's tipped. Potvin down low in the left corner. He's tying it up on the wall. Dahlheimer races in to help him. Dahlheimer with it. Tips it up, but nobody there. Greenway clears it out. Greenway through the neutral zone in the Brainerd zone on the right side. Angled wide by Wheezy. Tied up in the corner. Wheezy stick on it, but Greenway pokes it behind the net. Norris penalty is over. Norris pops out, grabs the puck, passes it up to Potvin. Potvin bounces off his stick into the Greenway zone. Greenway smacks it back out. Greenway into the Brainerd zone on the left side. Either wide by Thompson, so they have to dump it in. Puck in the left corner. Greenway picks it up. Shot through the slot, goes to the far side. Norris picks it up. Norris up to Dahlheimer. He's stripped down. And that's, I'm just going to call that an icing. Face off in the Brainerd zone. Lasky tips it forward for Marsh. Marsh races after it as it tipples down into the Greenway zone. Tipped over to the right side. Sweet picks it up on the wall. Centers it and intercepted out front by Greenway as they skated on out across the blue line. Chip it forward to McDonald. It bounces over his stick into the Brainerd zone. Picks it up and skates it on out. McDonald forward to Marsh. It bounces past his stick and deep into the Greenway zone. No icing. Marsh down low. Centering pass. Nobody there. Kept just in by Paskey. Paskey takes a shot. Hits traffic. Rebound picked up by Marsh. Shot goes wide into the corner. Pops out to the point for Paskey at the left D position. He dumps it in, but Greenway's there and carry it on out. Greenway into the Brainerd zone on the right side. Centering pass out of the reach of their winger into the left corner. McDonald there. Greenway tries to get out to the left D. It's intercepted by Sweet. Sweet tips it up to Marsh. Marsh skates it in on the right side. Marsh tips it towards the slot, but not enough on it. Picked up by Greenway. They try to head out of their zone. Greenway, center ice, up the middle. Trailing Stewart. Angled wide by Thompson. Nice poke check by Thompson with that long stick. Bouncing around in the Brainerd zone. Marsh at his feet. Can't get a stick on it. And Greenway dumps it in deep. We see has it down low behind the net. Sent back towards the left corner. Stewart chases after it. Stewart cuts towards the middle of Brainerd zone. Up to Sweet at the neutral zone. Sweet in on the right side. He's got Marsh on the left. Takes a shot. Hits the goalie's mask and ends up behind the net where Greenway picks it up and skates it on out. Greenway up the right side of the neutral zone. Thompson there. Takes a swing at it. They get it down low. Puck slides through the crease to the near side. Greenway dumps it in deep. Pops back out front. It's right at Thompson's feet. Pops out to the left wing position. Shot off the side of the net. Greenway with it down behind the Brainerd net. Thompson knocks down a couple players. And Stewart chips it out to the point for Bible, but Greenway tips it out to Stewart, center ice. Stewart and Bible. Stewart shot from high slot on goal, covered for a whistle. Popping on the face-off. 8:03 left in the game. Puck in the Greenway zone still. Shot by Norris. Hits traffic. Ends up across the goal line. Potvin down low. Greenway pokes it past him into the right corner. Send it up the wall. Pops out to Bible. Bible to Potvin. Potvin poked off his stick, center zone. Greenway swatting at it. Bible spins a shoot. Fans on it. Puck still loose. Center of the zone. Greenway finally able to get a stick on it and carry it on out. Nice poke check there by Paskey. Paskey tying up in the across the goal line in the Brainerd zone. Potvin trying to wrap around. Potvin shut that down. And Bible manages to kick it out across the blue line. Greenway has to reset. They enter the Brainerd zone on the right side. Shot wide. Ends up in the left corner. McDonald trying to chip it forward. Up by Bible. Bible centers it to Norris. Swept off his stick. Greenway. Norris returns the favor, steals it away. Potvin picks it up. Back to Norris on the far side of the neutral zone. Henson. What the hell? Henson offsides again. Yeah. Greenway heads back the other way and across the blue line. Tied up high slot. Swatted out. Vincent tips it out into the neutral zone. Chases after it. And Stewart backhands it towards Dahlheimer. Dahlheimer not able to get to it before the Greenway player. Dahlheimer sends it behind the net. Henson in after it, along with Stewart. Henson in the right corner. Greenway spins away from him. Up the near wall, they tip it forward across the blue line and ship back in. Brainerd offsides. .606 left in the third period. Potvin gets it across the blue line off the face-off. Marsh, shot from up high, blocker save. Sweet tips it towards the crease. It's covered by the goalie. Nope. Pops loose. Greenway up the near wall. Tied up on the wall by Wheezy. Marsh battling for it on the wall. Wheezy's tip past Wheezy into the neutral zone. Wheezy gets a stick on it again. Tips it back towards the Greenway zone. Puck on the wall, still in the neutral zone. Wheezy with it again. Sends it across the zone into the Greenway zone. Sweet chases after it. Greenway tips it out. Thompson there, but Greenway sends it deep into the Brainerd zone. Wheezy has to race back for it in the right corner. Backhands it to Thompson. Thompson cuts around the defender. Thompson picking up speed. Thompson in on the left side. Cuts towards the middle. Thompson still with the puck. Poked off of his stick just as he gets ready to get a shot off. Out to Wheezy at the point. He's got lots of room to shoot. Shot by Wheezy. Glove save by Greenway goalie. Stewart on the face-off. Stewart comes away with it. It's just poked off his stick behind the net. Bible back towards Stewart. Greenway picks it up in their left corner. Tied up by Norris on the wall. They're battling to get out of their zone. Tied up in neutral zone. Bible. Norris. Greenway cuts in on the right side of the Brainerd zone. Walks towards the net. Blocker saved by Turl. Down low in the left corner, walk towards the net, on the side of the net, picked up, and sent up along the wall out to their left D. They dump it back in deep. McDonald with it behind the net, poked off his stick. Greenway comes away with it. They send it out to the point. The left D takes a shot, goes far wide, and ends up behind the net. Greenway picks it up again. Oh, Norris tripped player as he swatted at the puck. Brainerd on the penalty kill. Face off in the Brainerd zone. 2-minute penalty kill. 4 minutes left in the game. Sent to the near wall for Thompson. Thompson pokes at it. Slap shot from the point. Blocked by Paskey. Paskey picks up the loose puck and tips it on down ice. Greenway has to race after it. No icing. Stolen away by McDonald or by Potvin. Potvin has Dahlheimer out front. Dahlheimer can't get a stick on it. Thompson out to Thompson. Thompson over to Paskey at the left D position. Shot by Paskey. Goes wide into the right corner. Potvin in after it against the wall. Greenway on the power play, still not controlling the puck. Paskey with it. Down left corner. Tries to backhand it towards the slot. It bounces off the net. Puck down low. Greenway with it. Up the near wall. They send it across the zone. Paskey manages to backhand it deep into their zone. Dahlheimer races in after it. Greenway up the far wall, kept in by Paskey. Paskey gets tied up, kicks it forward, middle of the zone. Potvin has a stick on it. Bellheimer spins, and Greenway seals it away, and they head out of their zone. Thompson and Weezy back to defend. Shot, blocker save by Quentin Turl from the low left wing circle. Thompson pokes it out across the blue line. Loose puck. Bellheimer picks it up at the red line. Tries to cut inward. It hits a skate. And Greenway heads back into the Brainerd zone on the right side. Up the middle, defended by Weezy and Paskey. Weezy, right corner, up the near side. Kept in by Greenway. They step up the middle, tied up by Weezy. Picked up by Henson. He skates it out on the left side and chips it through the neutral zone into the Greenway zone as the rest of the line goes off for a line change. Greenway gets across the blue line into the neutral zone. Marsh tying it up at the red line. Greenway comes away with it. Brainerd back to full strength. Shot from the right wing circle. Goes behind the Brainerd net. It's deflected wide. Near wall to Henson. Henson tips it forward to Marsh. Marsh gets it across the blue line. Henson up the middle, tied up. Loose puck in the Greenway zone, and Greenway heads back the other way. In on the right side, angled wide by McDonald, centering pass, loose. Loose puck picked up by McDonald to Norris. Norris chips it forward to Marsh. Marsh center ice, up the middle. Marsh, toe drag, shot, blocker save. Not much on it as it was deflected. Weezy keeps it in. Weezy up the left side. Sidesteps, dumps it towards the net, ends up behind the Greenway net. 1 minute 14 left. Potvin on the right side poked off his stick, and Greenway passes it out. Poke check by Brainerd. Potvin gets it on net. Potvin scores! I don't know why Potvin put it on goal kind of lightly. The goalie just kind of swept it forward. Potvin picked it up and buried it. Timeout for Greenway. There's 59 seconds left. Brainerd's up 2-1. Shots on goal 22 for Brainerd, 17 for Greenway so far. Potvin on the center face-off, 59 seconds left. Brainerd up 2-1. Greenway comes away with it. Greenway in the neutral zone. Chips up along the walls. Dumped back in by Potvin. Stewart races after it. Norris gets a stick on it. Norris turns it back towards behind the Greenway net. Greenway trying to clear it out. Paskey steps up, pops out to neutral zone. Stewart races back for it. Sends it up to Norris. Norris dumps it in on goal. The goalie tips it across the goal line. Back on the far wall, the Greenway zone. We're not able to clear it out. It pops out to the center zone. Finally get a stick on it and they skate it out. Potvin angles them off. Loose puck picked up by Thompson. Thompson heads into zone, cuts towards the net. Thompson shot, just off the left corner and up into the netting. Nice shot by Thompson. Good hustle. 7 seconds left. Face off in the Greenway zone. Up the near wall. They fumble it. Brainerd wins 2-1. 24 shots on goal for Brainerd, 17 for Greenway.